Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. A Central Party work conference attended by President Xi Jinping and members of the Politburo Standing Committee ended on Tuesday with pledges to deepen rural reforms and move more quickly to modernize agricultural production. A major part of reforms is to increase farmers' standard of living by doubling rural incomes by 2020 from 2010 levels. And this is in line with the previously stated goals of building what leaders call a moderately prosperous society by 2020. A statement released after the work conference said when defining a moderately prosperous society, the key is to observe the condition of farmers. The statement also said the countryside still lags behind China's urban areas and that the agriculture is still the weakest among Deng Xiaoping's goal, translated as the 4 modernizations. The other 3 relate to industry, science and technology, and the military. The Communist Party was able to win the civil war in China because of the support it received from China's rural population, but the vast amount of wealth created over the past 3 decades has largely been concentrated in the cities. The statement was full of typical party platitudes like, if China wants to be strong, agriculture must be strong. And if China wants to get rich, the farmers must get rich. Action will be what's important to China's rural citizens, but the statement did say that tackling problems in the countryside should be at the core of work of the central authorities. Of great importance to all Chinese people is the issue of food safety. Officials have said they acknowledge the food safety problem, though are still not as forthcoming as some people would like. For example, the statement said, if any farmland or water is seriously polluted, the area should be taken out of use and supervision should be stepped up on food safety. But as is often the case, details for how land and water would be cleaned up were missing. Officials still seem more concerned about the quantity of food rather than the quality, as they reiterated a commitment to China's so-called red line for food self-sufficiency. The statement said, as populous as China is, the task of simply feeding the people remains a high priority. This, however, contradicts what is happening in reality as China continues to import record amounts of soybeans, corn, and beef. As of December the 10th, soybeans imported from the United States hit a high of 26 million metric tons, primarily for use in China's growing edible oil and feed market. This figure is about 4.5 million tons higher than China's U.S. soy imports for the entire 2012-2013 market year. Now, soybeans are widely used in China for cooking oil and animal feed. Many Chinese consumers have shifted away from eating a diet primarily composed of grains and have become accustomed to having more oil and meat. But besides rural incomes and the quantity and quality of food, the issue of taking care of family members left behind in rural villages when others leave to work in cities is on the minds of leaders and will have to be worked out if the party is at all interested in fulfilling the ideals of the revolution. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network, China's first and only privately owned English-language broadcast media. Our full episode can be seen on our website, BONTV/biz-wire. In just a second, we'll continue with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.